Robyn Brown concedes she believed spouses should work and their cash. Sister Spouses star, Robyn Earthy Colored maintains that fans should see her as somebody who is adoring, mindful, and totally misread as the years progressed. In the Momentum season, Kody has been emphasizing that his lovely monogamous spouse is timid, sweet, and kind. Whether he is reminding himself or attempting to persuade the crowd, many individuals don't view it as such. Many individuals see her as narrow-minded and scheming. Fans get that Robyn concedes she needed Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown to work harder and acquire more cash for her. Robyn Earthy Colored needs her sister spouses. In Sister Spouses Season 19, Mary Brown is beginning to address assuming that Robyn Brown has her well-being on a basic level. Yet, fans have seen for a really long time that Robyn needs what is best for herself more than she needs to interface with her sister spouses. Apparently, Robyn needed Kody, however she really wanted Mary, Janelle, and Christine to keep close by and comply. Mary feels blue. On Reddit, Sister Spouses fans examine how Robyn Brown needed to get the advantage of everybody working. According to Initial, a client, the clasp demonstrates like my other I shared, Mary was drained for cash tragically. Correspondingly, they add a clasp from when Mary went to the family to demand assets for a down payment on the quaint little inn. However, the circumstance got tense. Mary Brown discreetly says, "You have no control over my business and my home." Everybody says they would rather not control it, they need to help. Then, at that point, Kody makes sense of, value accomplices aren't about control. They are about benefit. We need money. However, Mary is debilitated to her stomach. According to she, you believe I should accomplish practically everything and you get the cash for it. However, Robyn makes sense of, indeed, that is the very thing we as a whole do. Mary declares, I don't see sister spouses storeroom cash. Robyn guarantees, it helped for charges a year ago. Robyn Brown concedes she maintained that spouses should work and give her their cash. Then, the Redditor proceeds, I shared a clasp recently of Robyn bothering Mary to quit any pretense of getting back to endanger youth work, which meant a lot to her, for proceeding with the sister spouse's wardrobe business, which made a lot of cash those initial not many years. It wasn't simply Robyn, however. Janelle and Christine both maintained that Mary should accomplish practically everything too, on the grounds that it was productive and gotten a lot of cash in its beginning phases. While my sister spouse's storeroom being beneficial is easily proven wrong, the client made focuses about Robyn requiring Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Kody on board to make the family money the client keeps, making sense of Mary Brown didn't conform to Kody and Robyn Earthy Colored's arrangement. They say, Mary could have done without how they were attempting to control her business. She said in another clasp they continued to believe she should accomplish more and more, and they seldom helped utilizing the reason they had children. Besides, the Redditor calls attention to, poor Mary got no affection or regard, yet was the provider that would have kept the family alive assuming the show was ever dropped. She needed Mary, Janelle, and Christine as work ponies. After the underlying post, a few other sister spouses fans added their considerations about Robyn Brown egotistically needing Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown to accomplish the work while she partakes in the benefits. However, more than that, fans perceive the need on cash detracted from their life possible all the while. Another person adds, she was fiendishly taking Mary's future, a chance of real bliss, on the grounds that Mary's an extremely diligent employee, which is the reason she's a fruitful financial specialist. Moreover, saying, she believed great laborers should bring in her cash to purchase her monstrous phony craftsmanship. One fan takes hold of an astounding remark in the clasp, who else sees MSWC cash, flushed face that is a piece I never got. Yet, another analyst suspects Robyn was directly in the clasp that MSWC assisted with charges. They say, it assisted with expenses thoroughly implies that they deducted the misfortune. She essentially said the business loses cash. In this clasp, Mary is saying they anticipate that she should accomplish practically everything at the B&B and anticipate that she should share the benefit and permit them to be even-handed accomplices, which she doesn't need. She ended up getting the cash all alone and they claimed no level of the B&B. Thank heavens. About the cash. At that point, Mary Brown needed her significant other and sister spouses to put resources into the informal lodging that was vital to her in light of the historical backdrop of the family property. Moreover, she anticipated her mother, Bonnie, to live on the property. However, the family didn't see it as a wise venture except if Bonnie maintained the business and made it beneficial. I've watched this show since the very beginning and rewatched most episodes. Mary is a hard worker without a doubt. She has made a large portion of her cash from Lula, Roe, and the show, and most likely has more dollar than most of them, separately. R&K offer their tender loving care cash, so I simply expect they have more joined. Additionally, Kody had control of the financial plan for the years they were completely hitched. You need to figure, he was more liberal with Robyn than the others. Another watcher adds, it made me insane how Robyn basically constrained everybody to be engaged with MSWC. I get that they needed to help her thing. In any case, she caused them to be involved, put their retirement in the business, and sit around idly at the exhibition shows, or makes no difference either way. In any event, when Mary concluded she needed to return to school and sat down to chat with Robyn in light of the fact that she was unable to be as involved, Robyn behaved like she was leaving the family and removing her. Sister Spouses evidence modest Robyn Brown tormented family. Sister Spouses keeps on showing that Robyn Brown appears to have numerous sides to her character. Presently, fans see as confirmation that the timid Robyn from season 19 was inconspicuously harassing the family from the start. Earthy-colored covers with humor. Without a doubt, in Sister Spouses season 19, fans have seen that Robyn Brown has pretty much no clue of humor. While the plural family is being destroyed, she is separating too. Apparently, she feels like Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown have deceived her and Kody by leaving the polygamist way of life. Notwithstanding, fans spot different scenes where Robyn's humor was predicting of the breakdown in the family. Returning to prior scenes causes fans to acknowledge Robyn was really harassing her sister spouses significantly sooner on in the series. Verification, timid Robyn earthy-colored harassers family. On Reddit, Sister Spouses fans talk about how Robyn Brown was tormenting Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown right off the bat. According to Initial, a client, you can see the issue at hand was obvious to everyone in this clasp with Robyn. I additionally can't completely accept that the number of clasps there that are of spouses making unobtrusive appearances at Robyn, and they appeared to not actually care for her. She was certainly not modest and was very outspoken. As Robyn pushes Mary to do what she needs, Janelle doesn't think that it is entertaining. Moreover, Christine doesn't find it amusing by the same token. According to one watcher, Janelle looked so fed up with Robyn. Someone else reverberations, Janelle's face is gracious just quieted down as of now. They were over her tricks quick. She was harassed into the SWC as well, she called it a side interest business and she would be wise to activities and the following moment she was in support of it. Didn't Mary need to return to school as well and was harassed out of that, apparently in light of the fact that she wouldn't carry cash into the family and play with Robyn enough? She required everybody to take cues from her. Moreover, Sister Spouses fans call attention to that Robyn Brown believed Mary Brown should conform to her fantasy. Another watcher adds, it's so miserable BC Mary needed to help kids, BC she didn't have her own other than the one and truly esteemed that work. Yet, there's one more clasp of the three different spouses saying how invigorated they were and how much cash they produced using Mary's sister, wife's, wardrobe and how much cash they got from it, and Mary was saying she would have rather not done that, yet she was fundamentally tormented into it to benefit the family despite the fact that they all could have done without her, and Kody was at that point burned out on her, yet she was the money. Robyn Brown was managing everything. Apparently, from the speedy clasps, Sister Spouses fans can perceive that Robyn Brown was calling the shots. Another fan adds, I don't think we discuss Robyn totally maneuvering Mary toward not following her fantasies. She kept genuinely extorting her and constraining her to remain in places she would have rather not been in. I wish Mary would have paid attention to her heart a long time back. It's miserable the way in which Mary was utilized for cash. The wardrobe thing paid a great deal the initial not many years she made it happen, not as much now, And there is a clasp other than this of them saying thank God she quit her place of employment so they can get more cash flow after charge season with this privately owned company work rather than her endanger youth work. Furthermore, she would have rather not continued to make it happen, however rather did BC of the cash everybody needed off her even though she had no love. One for all, and for Robyn. Also, other sister spouses watchers added their considerations about Robyn Brown in the remarks. According to one individual, Robyn didn't become bashful before the cameras until she got such a lot of reaction over her way of behaving. Such a lot of she couldn't have SM. You can likewise tell here and prior episodes the manner in which she talked and acted. She figured she would be the most loved spouse to the crowd. You can't conceal your actual aims, Robyn. Needed Kody to herself as well as needed to control everyone. I realized that was crazy. I can't really accept that, she said, my loved ones. The nerve. First spouse ought to have slapped her, that is so ill-bred, and in polygamy, I would think that is a no. However, it rules and so on, and this family plainly doesn't follow them in any case. Charges. In the most recent episode of Sister Spouses, Kody plunked down for a one-on-one confession booth, where he communicated his dissatisfactions about his bombed marriage with Christine. During the sincerely charged second, Kody affirmed that Christine frequently regarded him as though he were little or irrelevant in their relationship. She behaves like failed to help this family. Like I'm insufficient for her. It resembles she's constantly thought I was little, as I didn't gauge up in her eyes, Kody said, noticeably steamed. Kody's comments seemed to reference his discernment that Christine underestimated his endeavors as a spouse and father during their 25-year marriage. Christine's point of view. Christine, then again, has been vocal about her battles in the relationship. She has over and again expressed that Kody's absence of daily encouragement and his bias toward Robyn were main considerations in her choice to leave the plural marriage. In her confession booth, Christine answered Kody's allegations with her brand name obtuseness. There's no need to focus on him being little. It's about the way that he didn't show up when it made a difference. I really wanted an accomplice, not somebody who faulted me for everything. Fan responses. Enthusiasts of Sister Spouses rushed to say something regarding web-based entertainment, and the reactions predominantly upheld Christine. Kody is simply redirecting. He can't deal with the way that Christine tracked down her solidarity and left. He's calling her out for something obviously about his own frailties. Ordinary Kody. Christine merits somebody who causes her to feel esteemed, not somebody who plays the casualty when he's called out. A few watchers noticed that Kody's remarks feature his continuous trouble in taking responsibility for the breakdown of his connections. An example of fault. Kody's allegations against Christine follow a recognizable example seen all through the series. In past seasons, Kody has frequently moved fault onto his spouses for the difficulties inside their plural family. His partiality toward Robyn and his alienation from Mary, Janelle, and Christine have caused developing disdain among fans and his relatives. Christine's strengthening. Christine's choice to leave Kody in 2021 denoted a defining moment in the relational peculiarity. From that point forward, she has transparently shared her excursion of rediscovery and recuperating, turning into a motivation to numerous watchers who value her trustworthiness and boldness. What's next for the earthy colors? As Sister Spouses keeps on chronicling the aftermath from Christine's flight, fans are anxious to perceive how Kody and different wives explore the moving family structure. While Kody's allegations of being seen as little may come from his disappointments, they likewise feature the profound breaks in his connections. Christine, in the interim, stays zeroed in on her new section, her commitment to David Woolley, and her excursion toward joy. One thing is clear. Christine is done able to shrivel herself or her bliss to oblige Kody's assumptions, and fans are hanging around Spouses keeps on spellbinding crowds. Fans are jumping profound into the relational peculiarities, frequently pointing fingers at different individuals for the ruin of the once brought together earthy-colored faction. As of late, a watcher certainly stand out enough to be noticed to Mary Brown, blaming her for assuming a huge part in the family's breakdown. Fans' reactions of Mary. Mary, Kody Earthy Colored's most memorable spouse, has for quite some time been a polarizing figure among Sister Wives fans. While she was the first impetus for Kody's excursion into polygamy, pundits contend that her way of behaving and decisions have added to the family's developing cracks. Via virtual entertainment, fans have communicated their dissatisfactions. Meri carried Robyn into the family, and that began everything going to pieces. She remained in a cold marriage with Kody, making things more harmful for everybody. Meri is continuously playing the person in question, yet she took part in making this wreck. The Robyn Association. Many fans follow the family's issues back to Meri's choice to push for Robyn earthy colored's consideration in the family. At that point, Meri guaranteed she felt the family was fragmented without a fourth spouse, and she assumed a significant part in uniting Robyn and Kody. This move was dubious, as Robyn immediately turned into Kody's unmistakable number one, prompting disdain and division among different spouses. Pundits contend that Meri's job in carrying Robyn into the family set off a chain response that eventually prompted the breakdown of connections inside the earthy-colored family. Meri's relationship with Kody. Meri's relationship with Kody has been a point of convergence of the show for a really long time, especially after their marriage went to pieces following her duping embarrassment in 2015. While Kody has straightforwardly conceded that he no longer sees himself as hitched to Meri, she has stayed focused on the relational peculiarity, regardless of getting minimal consequently. Fans contend that Meri's choice to remain in the family in spite of her alienated relationship with Kody made an environment of strain and clumsiness. Meri's safeguard. Meri has tended to a portion of these reactions before, demanding that she has consistently acted with the best expectations for the family. In her new virtual entertainment posts, she's alluded to her self-improvement and excursion of self-disclosure, composing, "I've committed errors, sure, yet I for a long time truly needed what's best for everybody. Now and again you simply need to allow individuals to think what they need and continue to experience your reality." Fan discussion, is Meri the miscreant or a casualty? Not all fans concur that Meri merits the fault. Many contend that she has been unjustifiably scapegoated and that the main problem lies with Kody's authority and bias toward Robyn. Meri has committed errors, yet she's not the sole explanation the family went to pieces. We should not neglect Kody's awful way of behaving. He's the person who set the vibe for this large number of issues. Robyn controlled the circumstance, and Kody let her. Meri was only a pawn in their game. The master plan. As Sister Spouses proceeds, attempt at finger-pointing among fans indicates that things are not pulling back. While Meri's activities might have added to the family's issues, actually the earthy-colored family's destruction is the consequence of long periods of unsettled pressures, correspondence breakdowns, and moving needs. Meri's job in the family's theatrics will probably stay a subject of discussion, however one thing is sure, the earthy-colored family is perpetually different, and pressing forward is the only option to the status quo.